Hi, I'm Mark King, Investment Editor at Columbia Threadneedle Investments, and here's what's in my weekly column. Well, inflation in the UK rose to a 5-year high in September, according to the Office for National Statistics, or ONS, the body which publishes inflation figures. And although the increase in the Consumer Prices Index to 3% from August's 2.9% may have been widely expected and perhaps even predicted by the Bank of England back in the spring, this does little to lessen the impact of rising prices on household finances. The inflation rate has now been above the bank's 2% target for the past 8 months, largely as a result of the fall in sterling in the wake of the 2016 UK referendum on the EU. The weaker pound pushed up the cost of imports and raw materials, and this has now fed through into higher prices on the high street. According to the ONS, last month's rise was mainly down to increases in the price of food and transport, although these were offset to a small extent by falls in clothing prices. While the bank's Monetary Policy Committee will of course be concerned about inflation running ahead of target, for individuals the key issue is whether prices are increasing faster than earnings. For the past few months, real wage growth has indeed been negative, and this means that the average household is becoming poorer over time. Meanwhile, bank deposit rates remain low, and savers now have practically no chance of earning a positive real rate of return on their spare cash. September's inflation figures do offer a silver lining for pensioners, however. The September CPI rate is used to determine the following year's increase in the state pension, and that means it should go up from the current £159.55 a week to £164.33 from April, although remember, not everyone gets that full rate. The other question is whether high inflation will force the Bank of England to raise interest rates for the first time in a decade. Rates are often used as a tool to dampen down excessive spending, one of the most common causes of inflation, by making it relatively more attractive to put money in the bank. Provided sterling doesn't suffer any further sharp falls, the inflation rate should start to fall back once the current round of price increases has fed through. If the MPC is confident that inflation will return to more manageable levels without any action on its part, the committee may decide to delay a rise in the base rate for a little longer. Equally, if Brexit-related economic uncertainty continues, this could also help to justify keeping rates at their current all-time low. Nevertheless, many analysts believe that the MPC will indeed start to gradually raise rates before the end of the year, and most likely at next month's meeting. See you next week.